someone wants to come in.
Sure.
Let's see. I'll try to add him.
You are listening to the Ash Manoftomorrow podcast with special guest Ultimate Dragon Ball 1 and SirhcCommentates.
Hello.
What's up, peeps?
What's up, everyone?
Tonight's topics: the new director for Star Wars. Manoftomorrow had a few things he wanted to bring up tonight as well. It was Young Justice being canceled.
Oh yeah, I got plenty to say on that.
And I guess we'll have a heated debate between Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter. So let's begin. What do you guys want to talk about first?
Let's go with the Young Justice thing.
Alright.
Okay, so apparently, Cartoon Network has decided to cancel a good show, namely Young Justice. I can't comment on Green Lantern since I haven't really watched that show, but I assume it's a good show. I will look into it, but I'm mainly focused on Young Justice here because I honestly believe that the network doesn't give two shits about the show. The fan base, I assume it gets good ratings. I don't watch it on Cartoon Network. I just view it whenever it's available to watch on the internet. And they're going to replace it with Teen Titans Go, which I'm pretty certain the show is going to flop because it's in no way, shape, or form.
I doubt it.
No, trust me. I've looked into the show that's going to be planned for. Let me continue.
Yeah.
I've looked into it. I researched it. There's no connection to the 2003 show. It's going to be comprised. Most of the original cast is coming back to voice the characters, except they're going to look like kid characters. The episodes are going to be 11 minutes long each, per episode, and it's going to be, I assume, this is correct, focused after they do missions, like when they're not being superheroes. So it's going to essentially be comedy. It's going to be over the top silly.
In other words, it's going to be just like the filler episodes of Dragon Ball Z, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And Beware the Batman. That's a CGI show, which even though I'm a Batman fan, it's going to fail, in my opinion, because none of the rogue gallery from the Batman villains that we do know, like Clayface, Joker, Black Mask, you name it. I mean, the villains that we do, Bane, another one. None of those. It's going to be completely new characters, and there's no familiarity with these characters. I like Pig Ma something or whatever it's called, Pig something. Don't know what the hell that is for a villain. Batman's going to team up or work with some person named Katana. Alfred is going to be some kind of a butler slash, agent or something. Like I assume it's going to be military based because I'm aware of the original series that they touched down on the fact that or not touched. I mean mentioned that Alfred in his past life was an agent for MI6. So I really don't see how that show was going to work. But what are your opinions on this, guys?
Well, I may have a theory about this, when it comes to the cancellation of Young Justice. Well, first off, I've only seen a couple of episodes of Young Justice. I do enjoy it, don't get me wrong, but back to my theory. I think my theory about this, and, I've read this a couple of years ago back on a blog spot called Ghibli Blog, and, the person who posted the blog, actually mentioned a show called Symbiotic Titan, which is now airing on Adult Swim. And the reason for Symbiotic Titan's cancellation was not because of the ratings. The ratings was actually good. The problem is they said this. Cartoon Network says this, and I quote, "Oh, it didn't sell enough merchandise." Really? It didn't sell enough merchandise? A show that was actually have a good following fan base didn't sell enough. That's their shitty reason. That it didn't sell enough merchandise. So in my view, Cartoon Network may be in it for the money. Well, then again, they are a company. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm not just going to say, oh, they're money grabbing whores just like Capcom. But sorry, excuse me. But when you actually say this flat out that, oh, it didn't sell enough merchandise, something may be wrong, because it actually means that they're actually trying to make, they're trying to make money off of a show from, people that they like. You see where I'm getting at here?
Yeah.
And that explanation makes no sense from Capcom. It's like they're trying to make up some bullshit, reasons. Like, oh no, we can't let them think, that we just don't give a shit about the show. We got to make up some excuse. I mean, for the first season alone, it took them maybe 2 years to get season 1 done, and then, they were off the air for a couple of months after they started doing a couple episodes for Invasion, and then out of the blue, after their last episode, Fix, which leaves I believe there's 7 episodes remaining of Invasion, because Invasion is 20 episodes. The first season was 26, and they're not going to air anymore until 2014. So we're going to have to wait a year until the remaining 7 are broadcast.
I hate to interrupt you. That's been rescheduled. They're going to air 2 episodes this month. Hold on, give me a minute. They're going to air 2 months. I guarantee. I know they re-aired it. They changed it until this month. And hold on, I'm gonna try to find the episodes. But yeah, you guys go on.
I don't get how they can say that they didn't sell enough merchandise, because they've got, well, the show is still fairly new. It's only been on for 2 years, give or take. And there's a comic book line in there, which I never followed. I haven't followed the comic book. I mean, I checked out a couple of issues, but it never caught my interest. The art style looks, not like the show, which looks more Japan animation style. And they've got a game that's coming out this year, hopefully, that's supposed to tie in between the first season and Invasion.
All right. Here's the last episodes. On February 9th, they're going to air episode 41, which is War, and episode 42, the 16th, and Hurt on that's episode 43 on February, and Invasion, which is 44, which is March 2nd. I'll give you it. You think I'm lying?
No. I'm not.
All
I'll
right.
check it out after the podcast.
It's just that, personally for me, they said that, like you said, with Symbiotic Titan, they did that with the same they did that the same shit with Thundercats. The supposedly Cartoon Network can't cancel it, just saying the toys didn't sell. The toys didn't sell.
Exactly what I said. It's because the toys didn't sell.
It's just like, okay, who really gives about toys? Okay, surely collectors will like the toys, and I'm
And
sort
also
of
kids as well, because they love toys. But really, it makes me wonder how is how is the selling merchandise affect the quality of a show? That's what I'm asking.
It doesn't.
yeah, it doesn't, and it's just like my friend Mike Vern kid said, so much potential on this show, so much potential after Invasion, because there was a lot of shit built, a lot of shit they could have done, and it, they pretty much slapped their fans, and they're a bunch of idiots. It's just like they don't. Okay, here's another thing. They don't pull this with Ben 10. Ben 10 has a lot of serious tones. You wouldn't think they would have canceled it, but no, they praised that fucking show.
Well, that's only because they sell a lot of merchandise. That's why.
Yeah, and it's just still that. It's just fucking dumb.
And the sad thing is, the Green Lantern show. It's only going to be one season.
One season, and it was pretty damn good. I watched I only watched the first two, then watched the latest one, and I was like, it's pretty damn good. It's pretty damn good, and it just squashed. It just squashed. DC Nation could have been like the tsunami, the tsunami that it should have been. Right, guys?
Yeah, I kind of see where you're coming from.
Yeah, I don't see why they couldn't just expand the network. I mean, not the network, the block or the time. Yeah. If they call it their own time slot, just add another hour.
Yeah,
and add some other shows from DC as well. You got a lot of property in the DC universe.
Yeah, you could do a Superman cartoon show. Well, since
there hasn't even been a Superman cartoon in years.
Well, there was one, but I forgot the name of it. Anyway, there was.
You're talking about the Legion of Superheroes. You know,
that series. That is the only Superman show they've done, and they could have done a Superman show. Why didn't they do that? Because they're anyway. And here's another thing: beware the fucking Batman. That's what I call it. Beware the fucking Batman. Has no villains, iconic villains, none of that shit, and that's going to be the replacement of Young Justice and Green Lantern. Are you fucking kidding me?
Well, at least they're not making another Crypto the Superdog show or some shit like that.
Oh my god, that's so the idea was green lit that fucking show. Oh god.
I wasn't even aware there was a show called Crypto.
There was. It aired on Cartoon Network years ago.
It also aired on CW for a while before they changed their name into 4Kids.
Trust me, you do not want to watch that show. It's fucking stupid.
Yeah, 4Kids is just dead. It's just
4Kids died a very long time ago.
It died from AIDS. Oh my god, I can't believe I made an AIDS joke. I'm a terrible person.
And here's another thing about